and welcome to Techgeeks-United Daily Review. Today is September the 14th, 2012, and my name is Josh, as you all know already. I bring you a couple more news every day, and yeah. I don't know why I say stuff like this. Pretty sure you do, though, so without further ado, Daily Review. First thing on our list, Microsoft employees sign off on Windows Phone 8 RTM, which is released to manufacturer. While it said that Windows 8 may not have really a firm release date, but some reporters are actually stating that Microsoft has already released their OS to some manufacturers such as Nokia and Samsung. So yeah, we don't really know when. All I can say is right now, Nokia is claiming that their Lumia 920 is coming out on November 2nd. A little late for the iPhone launch, but in time for the holiday, which we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it shows an image of a workers signing on a huge sign that's about, it looks like a little bit bigger than my window, and I have two windows. Yeah. But hopefully this turns out to be a really good operating system. We'll see within the next couple of weeks to the next couple of months. Keep your eye out. Well, here's something new. Intel actually came out with a Core i3 NUC, which is next unit of computing mini system, and it was recently displayed at the IDF, which is the Intel Developers Forum. There's two different models right now. The red one, which comes in with a single HDMI port and Thunderbolt, or a more serious business-looking one with two HDMI outputs and Ethernet. So basically, you don't get the Thunderbolt. Both systems featured a third-generation Intel Core i3 processor QS77, two dual-core or dual-channel DDR3 SODIMM slots, and with mSATA and mini PCIe interfaces for SATA, like solid-state drive and Wi-Fi cards. It features up to 5, that is right, 5 USB 2.0 ports. I'm surprised they don't even put in USB 3.0 because USB 3.0 seems to be the new standard. Anyways, it also featured an external socket for 19-volt DC power supply. Supposedly, Intel is hoping to get the attention of OEMs and do-it-yourselfers alike when it comes to this small and lightweight basic computer design. And it is expected to launch in October for about $400. I can get a Mac Mini for $600. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I'm probably going to get it just to see what it looks like. I don't know about you guys. If you think it's a pretty cheap computer at an overly expensive price, then you pretty much join my boat, because that's Intel for you. Alright, I'm pretty sure you've already heard this news from Nintendo back in some conference back in the wintertime, probably January. But Nintendo Wii U is expected to arrive in the US, that's here, in this country, on November 18th, just in time for the holidays. It's expected to come in two different versions for $300 and $350, and also expected to arrive in Europe on November 30th. The difference between the two versions is pretty much mostly memory and features. like the bonus feature that comes in with it. The 300 version comes in with 8 gigabytes of internal memory, and then the 350 premium bundle comes in with 32 gigabytes of internal memory, and also comes in with Nintendo Premium Networks, which basically offers different rewards for digital purchases, and it's pretty much a major step up from the 8 gigabyte model. The difference between the current Wii and the Wii U is the Wii U comes in with that little pad that you saw on the video. It comes in with a Wii pad, charging stand, a play stand, so let's say you just want to play your Wii on a stand, like the Wii pad. A stand for the console, which basically is pretty much standard for most of the Wii systems. Also, the Wii system is also, like the Wii U, also has is able to expand the memory via a USB drive, so you can basically use like an external hard drive. Like, I don't think I have it. This it? Nope. You guys get what I mean. Or a USB flash drive. Like, once again, I don't have it with me because it's with my laptop. We'll pretend it's a USB drive. Well, it is a USB drive. We'll pretend it's what do you call it? A flash drive. Whatever. But yeah, November 18th, 2 different models, 2 different pricing. Yeah, I can see somebody getting that right now. That's probably going to be a top seller. More than a top seller because it's going to be in time for holiday season. And yeah. Are you somebody who has a hard time hearing videos on an iOS device? Do you know somebody that may be deaf? Or maybe you may be deaf. I don't know. Or hard of hearing. Yeah. Well, here's some good news for you. Hulu Plus, HBO Go, and Max Go apps for the iOS just recently updated with support for closed captioning. So basically what you do is you update your app, open the app, put in some information, I guess, like edit it, and voila, you instantly have closed captioning on your iOS device. For those certain apps only, not for download videos though. So yeah, hopefully this will open up more pressure on Netflix and whatever else, Blockbuster and all those other companies, and maybe even Apple, and hopefully we'll see more closed captioning showing up on the iOS devices, and probably Android and Windows phones too, because a lot of people use those software. So we'll see how that goes. Were you one of those crazy ones that stayed up till 3 in the morning this morning? Or like somewhere between 3 and 12, whatever your time zone is? Well, guess what? You could have just walked into your local wireless store at 8 o'clock in the morning just to pre-order. Yeah. This morning I was able to stay up, awake, alive, watching the actual launch event of the iOS, like the iPhone 5, iPod 5, and all those new devices they're launching out. They did have some trouble at the start. Apple actually managed to fix their issue within 15 minutes of launch. What happened was 3/4 of the people who were trying to get into the site could not get into the site because they kept on saying the site was down. So they fixed that 15 minutes, and then like 20-30 minutes later, AT&T got their site back online after it refused to come out of maintenance mode. So a lot of people managed to order their phone. Also, Verizon almost crashed reportedly, saying that the server got overwhelmed and it slowed down. But Sprint, their store had definitely crashed. I actually went to look up on Sprint to see what their iPhone stuff was, and I'll tell you, I was not even able to get into Sprint for the first 45 minutes. Not a good thing. Hopefully they'll fix their server for next time. But yeah, AT&T, Apple, and Verizon and Sprint all opened up at 8 o'clock this morning, earlier than your usual time. And yeah, they're also expecting to open up on September 21st for the iPhone sales. And they said that the tally for the current pre-order was so outstanding that it was the most sales they've ever had on an iPhone 5, like an iPhone pre-launch. So we'll see how the after launch goes and see if it's big as well. Maybe it'll be so big on the launch day that they actually have to open up even earlier. I don't know. I don't do stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. You have a Verizon Nexus, Galaxy Nexus, from Samsung. Well, some people had actually reported they were not able to access Google Wallet. Verizon's never been on the Google Wallet wagon. I know they refused to support the mobile payment system, saying that it was dependent upon hardware, like on the actual phone's hardware, which I don't really quite get because just about everything is dependent on the phone's hardware. Even PayPal is dependent on my phone's hardware. But some people said they were able to get it through the Play Store one day, and the next day it was gone. So now they're, once again, Google Wallet free, blah, 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 blah. Verizon responded to a couple of the press conference reports, but declined to add any new comment on the matter, such as what's going on with Google Wallet. So we'll see how it goes. If it eventually opens back up, it opens back up. If not, people are probably going to leave, since Verizon is the most ridiculously expensive carrier out there, and I don't know. Go to Sprint! AT&T. Not so much T-Mobile, I don't know. You can try T-Mobile, but you have to buy a phone from AT&T and unlock it, which you'd be paying $500. Yeah. Oh well. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Maybe Google will fix their issues. Maybe not. Maybe Verizon will open it. Yeah, you'll see. Think about pre-ordering an iPhone and hoping you get it by next week Friday? Well, you may be out of luck, because right now there are reports saying that iPhone shipping time are now slipping to 2 weeks. Instead of shipping next week, it'll ship November. No, not November. October, late September. Recent report states that Verizon doesn't see any new orders in their way until September 26th. Sprint is still taking pre-orders, and AT&T is seeing order delays of up to 2 to 3 weeks for any new orders on the iPhone. This is worse compared to last year when the iPhone 4S came out. They are working on making more iPhone 5 to keep up with the order process, but supply is not able to meet demand, and demand is getting heavier than supply, and demand up here, supply is down here for the level, and in order to do that, they got to boost their supply making process to actually reach up with demand. So we'll see how it goes. If there's a delay, then there's a delay. There's nothing we can really do about it. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Wow. Hoping to install Linux on your new Atom-based, I don't know, tablet or Windows 8 system. Well, you may have issues. Intel says that the recent release of Ubuntu and whatever Linux cannot handle their new Clover Trail based Atom processor, saying that it's not designed to handle the cope with all the power state changes and at the kernel level, which would create basically a kernel panic in the system. It said possibly that Intel or Linux would catch up in their next update if they do go down that structure, but they said they really prefer you to run it with Windows 8 as the new Atom. As the new Atom only supports the Windows OS right now, or like they're saying, Atom and Microsoft OS are currently tuned to work hand in hand together. Oh, isn't that sweet? Linux might actually catch up. Alright, Linux, time to catch up. Well, here's something you don't see every day. T-Mobile USA has actually enlisted nano SIMs on their website. The thing is, none of their devices uses nano SIMs at the moment. Usually it uses SIM or micro SIM, and it states that the only phone that currently uses the nano SIM is the Apple iPhone 5. So it looks like they are trying to lure you in with your iPhone 5 and take the AT&T SIM card, toss it out, and take their SIM card and swap it in. We'll see how it goes. They're saying that they're expected to arrive in October, so we'll see how the market goes for iPhone 5 and T-Mobile. Hoping that you could use a different display port for your iPhone 5. Well, Apple has announced that they are coming out with a Lightning to HDMI and Lightning to VGA cable, which comes in later this year, and it would hover around the current adapter's price of $29. Who uses VGA anymore? Seriously. Who does? I'm pretty sure you'd agree with me. But that's all the information I'm getting right now. It's just saying 30-pin adapter for iPhone 5 new Lightning standard, but pretty much video and iPod out not supported. There's nothing else the accessories can fix. Last I heard, they're not coming out with a 30-pin adapter, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Are you on Verizon or T-Mobile and hoping you can do both voice and data at the same time? Apple just stated that you are not able to do that due to hardware limitation. The only way you can do both voice and data is if you're on AT&T or T-Mobile, where they have the GSM system. Says that simultaneous voice and data still wouldn't be an option despite the inclusion of LTE, which theoretically frees up CDMA for calls. It's not yet possible to do side-by-side CDMA voice call and LTE data on a single radio. That's what Apple just said. They're saying that you can do it with GSM. They're waiting to keep the difference between the two a minimum. So maybe the iPhone 4S or 6 or whatever they call it, or 5S or iPhone 6 will fix that issue. But until then, all you guys have to do is just sit and wait, or go to T-Mobile or AT&T for an iPhone, and just to use both voice and data. Using Windows 8 or Internet Explorer 8 and hoping to continue using Google apps, well, you're out of luck if you plan on staying on Windows 8 after November 15th, because Google has announced that after November 15th they are saying goodbye to Internet Explorer 8 and move over to Internet Explorer 9 or 10, because after that they will not be supporting Internet Explorer 8. So you have just a few more weeks left in order to use, just to use Internet Explorer 8. But after that, you are highly recommended to upgrade. So, if you can't upgrade because of your OS limitation, then you're pretty much out of luck. In that case, you need to upgrade your OS too. So, upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. It's the most secured way of staying online. You're an idiot if you don't. It's true. Well, that's all I got for today, but until next time, make sure you're keeping your computer updated, watch for all the news, pay attention for this video. You guys have a good night. We'll see you later. Man, Jimmy Kimmel said they brainwashed us? Okay, that's kind of strange.